So a few years back, I told this story on my Facebook page, and I was talking to a friend the other day, and she told me I should share it here. So here it is. Back when I was in about the 4th grade, I noticed that no one ever seemed to cut the grass at my grandparents' house except for my brother. I always wondered why. One day, my grandmother went to this garage sale and she bought this manual push lawnmower. I wanted to learn, so I went outside and pushed this manual lawnmower around the lawn. Soon, the entire lawn was cut, and I was proud. I waited anxiously for my mother to come and pick me up from my grandparents' house. She could barely get out of the car when I went barreling over and said, "Look, I cut the grass all by myself." She looked around and she said, "It looks like it." I was crushed. My little heart was broken. She then got an angry look on her face and said, "Why would you do this? Cutting the grass is the way that your brother makes money." Well, I felt even worse. She went inside to talk to my grandmother, and I stayed out on the porch. I remember sitting on the porch, and it had this fake artificial turf grass on it, and I was sitting there with my little short shorts of the 80s, and I just let it stab me because I felt like I deserved to be punished. Minutes later, my grandfather got home from work and asked me why I was looking so sad. I told him that I had cut the grass and everyone thought it was ugly. And I felt bad because everyone was mad because I took away my brother's opportunity to earn money. I told my grandfather that I wanted him to teach me how to cut the grass so I could earn money too. He laughed at me and said, "You don't need to learn how to cut the grass." And I said, "Why not?" He said, "Just be pretty and learn to keep your mouth shut, and men will give you money." And he winked at me and handed me $10 and walked away. I knew then and there that I was going to have to study extra hard in school so that I could do something big and make a living. Because there was no way I was ever going to be able to keep my mouth shut. This is Alicia on Demand. I am Alicia. Welcome back to my channel where I focus on personal development and wellness. I'm back today with a video that is actually a follow-up video to something one of my friends recorded. His video was entitled 10 Skills All Men Should Possess. So I wondered, what are the 10 things that all women should know? Now let me say that knowing how to do something and putting yourself in a position where you actually have to execute are two different things. A lot of the skills that I'm going to discuss today can be hired out, but it's always good to have these things in your back pocket just in case. Quite frankly, this information is actually genderless, and this list is by no means exhaustive. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give it to you in no particular order. It's about having these skill sets, so the order and level of importance is up to you. Number 10, how to do basic maintenance. These are things like how to change your own tire, how to change a light bulb in your house, knowing when to change the air filter in your furnace. These are skills everyone should possess. You live in your home, you should know how to maintain it. It's great if you are married or in a situation where you have a partner and you've agreed that one person has certain responsibilities and the other person has other responsibilities. It's still always good to have these skills because you never know when your spouse or significant other is going to fall ill or the relationship is going to end. It's good to be able to be independent and know how to do these things for yourself. Number 9, how to love yourself as you are. You need to learn to love and appreciate all that is you with minimal resources. This does not mean you can't work to change the things about yourself that you don't like, but it's important to find the beauty within yourself along the journey. Next on the list is how to cook. Now look, you don't need to be a gourmet chef, but eating is a necessity. Eating out all the time isn't practical for your wallet, your waistline, or your time management. Learning how to make basic meals and build on those skills is a huge benefit to yourself and potentially to your family in the future. Once again, it doesn't matter if your mate is the primary chef, as long as you possess these basic skills and can kick them into gear when you need to. Number 7, how to manage your money. Learn how to be financially independent, how to balance a checkbook, how to bring money into the house, how to create and stick to a budget, use coupons, how to save money. Number 6, how to recover from downfalls. Look, life is not all unicorns and rainbows. Sometimes things happen that will rock you to your core. Are you a survivor? Not everyone is naturally resilient. There is 100% no shame in seeking out help when you need it. It's okay to ask for assistance. It's normal. It does not make you weak. In fact, it makes you responsible. Number 5, the ability to make independent decisions. Learn how to trust your own judgment and rely on your own instinct to make life's decisions. You shouldn't always have to consult a friend, a spouse, your mama, the internet. Make a decision and launch it. Number 4, know how to make and execute an exit strategy. You may not be able to walk out in the moment in a blaze of glory, but when you're ready to go, whether it be an event, a relationship, a dead-end job, you should know how to make and execute your exit strategy so that you can get on with living your best life. Number 3, you should know how to stand up for yourself. People will mistake your kindness for weakness, your silence for succession, and your indifference for opportunity. Know when to open your mouth and let people know when something is unacceptable to you and for you. Number 2, now this is my personal struggle. Know when to be quiet. Just because you have freedom of speech does not mean you have freedom of consequences. Everyone does not need or want or require your opinion. Likewise, every move you've made, are making, or plan to make doesn't need to be broadcasted. Sometimes the best moves are made in silence. And number 1, my personal favorite, you should have the ability to say no. No. No explanations, no made-up excuses, no apologies, just a simple, firm no. If you don't want to, and you don't have to, simply say no and give a blank stare at the end. No. Don't let people guilt you with their follow-up questions of why not? Or what else are you doing? You don't owe everyone a dissertation every time you say no. No has become one of my favorite words. No. The basic purpose of having the skills that I mentioned is just having things in your toolbox to take care of yourself. Physically, emotionally, spiritually. Always take time for self-care. Thank you for spending your time with me. If you like the content, please hit the like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified the next time I upload. And leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought of my list. What would you add? What do you think is not necessary? Think about some of the things that I mentioned and what things are you eager to use and what things do you think you'll contract out? As always, I love to hear from you.